As the wise man once said, if you want to boot the floof, you've got to go to the floof and then boop it. I'm Brak. G'day, it's Brak here, and a little tutorial for you on how I painted this fantastic Dogasaur by Gearguts Mech Shop. Now, this was a gift from my daughter for Christmas, and I absolutely love this model and had so much fun painting it, so I thought I'd show you what I did. Okay, so we started off with, we just primed it normally, as you usually do. So we started off by doing the underneath in red. It's the Mephiston red. Just chuck a whole lot there. Yeah, 2 coats. Usual sort of palaver. Nice thin. Paints it all over. So we're doing it on the bottom there, the legs. And now for the top. We got and did some blue. So the base blue that I like to use is Caldor Sky. So yeah, plunk it on there, nice and thin, and again, 2 thin paints of blue is all you need to do. Okay, using base lead belcher for all the metallics, and once again, just going through and 2 little bits, so the bottom of the Hordor there, and also a little bit extra on the leg guards and the chains. Not too concerned about if the metal gets onto the fleshy bits, because we can paint that over when we start doing the layering. And we continue with the lead belcher onto the Hordor and the guns. So you're just getting in there nice and thin. 2 coats, of course. We paint, we wait for it to dry, and we paint it again. This is all pretty simple stuff, but this is just how it is. Getting in nice and picked up, really just having a good old time, listen to some tunes. There's some little work done onto the cannon. The lobber, a beautiful looking weapon, and it's a beautiful looking BC. And that is the basing done on the Squigoth, Hordor, and the lobber. Yay! Alright, I did sort of forget about this, didn't I? So I painted underneath the feet with Rhinox hide, and then we got some Xandri dust to do the teeth and the toenails. Well, toenails first, then the teeth. And there we go, all the bases done. Voila, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Now on to the layering, the stuff that I really like doing, just getting the colours right. So we start off with Lothern Blue, for doing the top of the BC there. So we work on the head, and then a little bit more work on the back end. I really enjoyed the flat surfaces of the back end. It was a pleasure. A doddle even, but I love doing it. Got the foreground pink out here to do the lips out the front there with a thinner brush. Yeah, getting in with the screaming skull there, it's doing some really fine work around the teeth. Just trying to make sure we don't get any of the skull onto the pink, because that would be devastating. And guess what? It worked. Now the top part was done, I decided to give it a good old wash. Nice big thick wash here with the Beltane green over everything at the top. So we're looking at the lips, the teeth, the head and the back there. Went really heavy to sort of give that really grotty look. Now next up, I'm using some null oil to go over the guards there. I do not know what happened to that film, but what I did before I got to wash it in null oil was 2 thin coats of moot green. Some of the little raised bits, I got the red out, the Evil Sun's scarlet, and now I just went and washed it with null oil to make it sort of a dirty look. Okay, now we're going to do some dry brushing, get out the lead belcher and all that bit that we've washed. Well, we waited for it to dry. Then we gave it a good, nice dust up with the lead belcher just to give that bit of a scuffed look. Now this may sound counterproductive, but I went and highlighted with a darker Caldor blue, especially along all the ridges and around the eyes of our lovely little beastie. Oh, Fulgrim pink there, and wackadoo all with the bottom. When you are painting and recording, just remember, do not accidentally hit the pause button or you won't get all of the stuff, which is why I can't show you all of this. So that's why you're not going to get all of the pink. Here's a little bit of pink for you. Sorry. Okay, now for the hoarder and the gun. This simple couple of dry brushes, then wash. The first one was Riser Rust. Got in there nice and deep. Sort of give that nice little rusted effect. And then we did some Typhus Corrosion. Yeah, Typhus Corrosion there. A big heavy dry brush. Get in there, do it all. Whack, 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 whack. The idea was just to make this as grimy and dirty as possible. I was doing this at night, so the silver doesn't look as silver. It's actually a lot lighter there. A good old washing there with the Agrax Earthshade. I did the same process to the front and the sides there, but you're not going to see that. Okay, now getting into some of the layering work. Mute green, get in there, 2 thin coats of mute green on the front and then to the sides, and voila. Then I went and did the red bits. So we've got all the little raised little bits there. That's Evil Scarlet Red there. I thought it needed more red, so I decided to do some of the metal across there in the middle and the sides, just to give it a little bit more red. It just was lacking something. And on the sides is a orc glyph, so that got the red orc treatment as well. Okay, then the dry brushing with the lead belcher, the Typhus Corrosion and the Riser Rust, then followed by another wash all over. And basically I did a similar with the lobber. That's the dry brushing with Riser Rust and Typhus Corrosion. Did some highlights with the green and the red. Added some brass scorpion on some of the metallics to make it stand out a bit. Then a wash, followed by another dry brush with the base lead belcher. And there you go. It's done. He's a cute boy. I love him so. I love you so much. I'm going to hold you and pet it and call you George. Oh, kiddo. Oh, didn't see you there. I was getting a little bit too carried away, wasn't it? He's a beauty, isn't he? Mwah. No, I'm just being. Yeah, look. Look. Great. Should I mention great model? I love this one. I can't wait to play it, and it will be added to my list. So we're going to do 1,500 points. He's going in there. Other things are coming soon, so there's something else to wait for. I've called him George. That's him. What do you think? Okay, so that was the first time of me doing. I tried this type of tutorial a while ago. And it didn't work, so I thought I'd do it again. You know, my skills are a little better. So, what do you think? Do you like that style? Would you like to see more of it? Let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. But while you're thinking about it, let's have a closer look. One more look at George. But I'm out of here. Remember, you've got to bash early and bash often. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe and share. Do all the algorithmic things. And if you would like to help me out financially, there's always Buy Me a Coffee and Patreon. The links are in the description. Okay, time to toddle off. So remember, if you go on crumpin', you've got to bash early and bash often.